All right, because time is of the essence, I'm going to do a run through, kind of a CMA of how I put something together. I won't be able to probably complete one, but this is a very challenging home to price. Reason being, we're in Rochester with Rochester Schools, which is, fine, there's tons of homes, but our problem is that we're an older home. We're built in 1960. Most of the inventory around there has been built in the 90s and 2000s. So anything after 1985 with our square footage, I have 254 results, but if I do 1985 and older, that narrows me down to 16 houses. So huge difference there. So looking at our older homes in the area, again with Rochester Schools, our highest sold one with being an older home this past year, 3,800 square feet. It was on just over an acre of land, 3-car garage, built in 1980. That sold for $544. That did not have a pool in the backyard, but this was a 2-story, kind of colonial-esque. So that was the highest one that had sold with that age of home. Here's a 1984, so not a super old home, still modern colonial. That was at 504. Going backwards, here's Canyon Road. So this is our comp. This is in the same block here. This took 226 days to sell. Their original list price was at $524. They end up selling for $458. This was 3,600 square foot, contemporary 2-story. I'll click through the photos here. This one didn't have much of a backyard, just kind of a tree house. It drops off in the back. So no pool. Again, an appraiser, what would they give a value for a pool? That type of pool, maybe $10,000, $15,000. Probably cost $50,000 to put in, but it's not what it costs. It's just the value that appraiser would give to it. Because it is an in-ground pool, he does give some money towards it. So looking through here, so this one, I wouldn't say it's updated. It did have that unique architecture, very contemporary. It is dated, has the old panel doors, dated bathroom. So that one could use some love. That one sold at $558 after 200 days on the market, conventional mortgage. So that was probably our closest one. Here's one on Summit, built in 85. Not so much. That's more of our typical brick colonial out here. This was built in 79 at $425. It sold, not so much. And as we go, this is more of the bottom barrel, older style homes. And here's some pending, so we don't know what it sold for. Here's one on North Lane, 4,300 square feet, almost an acre, 3-car garage, built in 1929. Kind of a cool estate-looking property. Scroll through the photos here. I believe there was not a pool. Oh, there was a pool on this one. So this one's pending at $649. This one seems like it has a lot of character. Very cool. So I guess that would be similar-ish, still very unique to itself. Birch Tree, this one's pending at $485, 4,300 square feet. It's built in 1978. Still your colonial style, a little more standard. Not our multi-level home that we have here. As our subject property. Here's Mead Road. That's active, hasn't sold. Here's ones on Crooks, 61 days, hasn't sold. Here's our Cannon listing that we're looking at right now. These are other actives. Here's one on Avon Road, and here's Quail that we had. That was another property of interest that's very close here. So that's what I'm looking at MIM. That's the difficulty of figuring out the price of this because there isn't much to compare it to. I can't compare it to a ranch because we do have stairs. That's going to have a different value assigned to it as far as saleability in the future too. So I mean, it's tough for me to say it's worth over 6. With our square footage, that does help. I mean, knowing that it's going to be competitive too, that's the other double edge of the sword. So maybe $599 if you were all in it. Maybe we go in at $615, have the home inspection, find issues. There's always issues, and maybe we try to beat down the price that way. Just since I know the agent isn't very seasoned, maybe we can kind of put them in a tough spot there after the home inspection, maybe ask for a little bit back or beat something down. I don't usually like to play that game, but in this situation, we just might have to if it's something we want to win. So that's that. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to keep trying to work on finding some better comps here, but that's what I'm looking at.